Hello and welcome to your Week 6 recap for Division 3. As almost always with me is the one and only Organized Crisis.
Hello. Thank you for having me
Yeah, it's
today.
always a pleasure. If you're not out on the beach, faking to be ill. Now, let's take a look at our teams here and our games that got played.
Yeah.
And the first game that got played is the Buff Man with Short Legs winning against Scholars of Rogo Hampshire.
Yeah, let's have a look at
Probably
that one.
as expected. Not to sound offensive to the ogres, but dwarves do like to play against snotlings.
Yeah.
Yeah, blocks
Oh,
actually not that much in favor of the dwarves, but they got a fair bit of more removals.
just look at the injuries. Oh,
What do you mean? Look at the injuries.
5 injuries inflicted
Ah,
and
sure,
4
sure.
KOs
I
and
mean, the
one kill.
ogres did 4 injuries on their own, so
Yeah. So
it's been quite a bloody game, but the dwarf managed to take it home.
yeah.
And some nice SPP there for the dwarves. 18 SPP.
Hmm?
And, well, looks like Reginald Bonefist had a good time getting 11 SPP for himself.
Yeah, I did 3 casualties and got the MVP. So
Well,
yeah.
let's take a look at the Scholars of Ogre Hampshire. Oh, esteemed Eleron, what happened to you? Only MG. We can live with that. And
Then there was a cobbler, the Gnoblar. He died.
well, at least the Armor 4 Nobbler is still around.
Yeah.
And I
Moment
believe
for Rebbl.
the 6 Ogre was missing already.
Yeah.
So, are there any levels we can spot?
Reginald Bonefists.
Sure, he got 11 SPP and he got Pylon.
Yeah.
I think that's sensible as a 4th skill on an Ogre who didn't roll any doubles.
Yeah, and the meme value of it, just the animation of an ogre doing the pylon. That's so awesome to look at.
Yeah, it's quite a good skill on an ogre. Just below it looks great, like when an ogre piles on a skink, for example, and the skink just about vanishes completely underneath the ogre.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's take a look at the dwarves here. It has less dwarves. I think they got a fair bit of SPP. I think Mr. Pirate leveled, if I'm not completely wrong.
Um, yeah, Mr. Pirate, Mr. Renfrit, and Mr. Fun levels.
What? Mr. Fun on dwarves? Well, I guess being strength 4 on dwarves is fun. So, there's that.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Um,
the guard on the Slayer?
uh, it's a decent skill, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Slayers though, so
Yeah, I
I
think you
don't
have so
really
many
know.
players who can take guard. You don't need it on the Slayers.
Like, it's nice that they do have the Dauntless, but do you really need it? Because you get so many guards on the dwarves easily.
I mean, as we said, it's still not bad. Just maybe you'd rather have another Juggernaut,
Yeah,
since these are the other players who do Blitz.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure Hasla knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm not a good dwarf player, so I, I don't know. You shouldn't listen.
Let's see if there are any niggles on those missing dwarves. Because the ogres
Yeah,
did
Mr.
some
Buff, Mr.
damage.
Armor, and Mr. Thickskull on the Niggle level.
Mr. Armor was leveled already, niggled already, and Mr. Block. The other guys are all three are on the MNG. But that's still
MNG, not Nigel. Yeah, sorry.
It'd still be not an easy game for the dwarves next week.
And then Mr. Unfrit got dodge.
Mr. Who?
Run for it.
Run for it. No. Gotcha. It was very confusing, like Mr. Unfrit, and I was like, huh? Is there somewhere Mr. Unfrit? But
sorry about my Scandinavian accent.
yeah, you should feel bad about yourself now that I'm no longer outnumbered by the Scandinavians.
I will try to speak more proper Norwegian English if you want to.
No, it's totally fine. It's just like the one name I didn't quite get.
Yeah. Oh, but dodge, that's an awesome skill.
Yeah, it's great to have on your ball carrier. He now is Splotch, has an extra movement, like the only thing he's missing is agility.
Yeah.
Great player.
There.
Oh.
In general, this team is looking pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's a decent dwarf team. Like, they do struggle when they start reaching the higher team values simply because other people with actual stats do tend to outperform them, but they're still quite scary to play against.
Yeah.
Now, next up, we have the Cold One Cannibals, and they got a bye week win against the Destuku Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
We have a look at the Cold One Cannibals now.
we can. No. I just need to find them. There they are. Now, I've voiced my opinion about this team many times. Did we get any levels?
No, they did not. It was Barca and Varga got MVPs. And Kersa got the touchdown. No level ups, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think this team would actually be still quite decent if we had a few less skinks. And if certain skinks wouldn't be there, like, why would you keep a niggle skink? Why would you keep a sneaky git skink? Even going sure feed into sprint is unnecessary when you have a movement 9 skink who has those skills. Nah. But I'll just shut up. Anything you want to mention?
No, not really.
Well, then let's take a... Well, do we need to take a look at the Stuku Chores?
There shouldn't be any difference from last
Yeah,
week. So...
they didn't get anything, so... But still a scary team. I think the Lizards were quite happy that they didn't have to face the Chores. But of course, not playing is always a little bit disappointing. Since actually playing the game tends to be a lot more fun than not playing.
Exactly.
Now, next up, Brutal Geometry, the Nurgle drawing against the Russian Chaos team.
Yeah.
Now, Russian, obviously because of the doping, but I'm sure you made that connection.
Yeah.
And man, it seems like Nurgle dominated the game. 22 more blocks, 50% more ball possession.
Wow.
6 more removals in their favor. A little bit surprised Race managed to get a draw out of this. Impressive.
Yeah.
But that's one of the problems with Nurgle. They don't tend to score twice in one half, and they don't exactly tend to turn over people when they have pitch cleared them. But let's take a look at their teams. Let's start with Brutal Geometry.
Yeah.
Do we have any level ups, Mr. Expert?
Yes, we do. Do you have a level up on Trapezoid of Carnage? Or Trapezoid of Carnage?
He got guard. Very
Yeah,
sensible choice. I like it.
yeah. And that's the only level up.
It is a good one.
Polygon of Mutilation, but smashed collarbone, it says so.
Yeah, we have a new polygon of mutilation.
Ah, okay. That's
He
fine.
he got fired and rehired.
Yeah.
I think it was a pretty good Beast of Nurgle, but then it got busted and.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he will make another great polygon of mutilation.
I think so, yeah.
No. Well, scary looking Nurgle team. Not too much left to mention, or do you know anything?
Pyramid of Cruelty got 3 casualties inflicted. So I
Well,
believe
that's fairly expected for the killer beast on the team.
yeah,
But
he did his thing.
good job for him for doing his job.
Yeah.
And let's see if there are any sticking injuries on Race's Chaos team.
There are a lot. There's a movement busted beast mod.
Well, a movement busted beast, man. I think you can live with that as a result of the game. It
Yeah.
could have been much worse.
Could have.
And well, Brass is really close to getting his block.
Yeah.
At least I hope so.
Or if you're crazy, you choose guard or mighty blow first.
Uh,
But you should.
yeah, you should just go block. It's a
Yeah.
sensible choice. Other than that, did we get any levels?
No, we did not, unfortunately.
Man, Drace, get good. Get more levels. We need something to talk about. No, he did actually get decent SPP with 13. Of course, they can't
Yeah.
quite compare to the 17 Brutal Geometry got, but that's a good haul.
Yeah. So this team got hell of a lot of nice stats, but it's lacking some skills.
Yeah, as we've been saying for the first 5 weeks,
Yeah.
and it still needs a little bit more to get really great.
Yeah.
A few more levels here and there, like a level on Argos, get him block. A level on Brass, get him block. Get more block over. No.
Yeah.
Some guard would also be nice.
I have a question though. After you get block on Brass, would you go for tentacles or guard, or what would you go for?
I guess it depends on the division I'm in.
Yeah.
Like this current division, there aren't exactly that many agility teams. I think guard is the more sensible choice.
Yeah.
But I could very well see him being built into tentacles, stand firm.
Yeah, because strength 6 tentacles is pretty decent.
It is. But, you know, the problem with that is people then just tend to stick one of their linemen onto that player and ignore him.
True.
And it can be hard to get the best use out of him while just giving him guard and putting him in the center of the pitch is great to have.
Yeah.
Puffin still without SPP. Hey. Nah, well, one day he'll get some. One day he'll get some. On to the next game with the RR Mafia Mumblerets taking a convincing win over the Ogres.
It's a lot better. Yeah.
All the Ogres are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any levels?
The Ogres, no.
No levels on the Ogres?
No.
So let's take a look at the statistics of the game. Oh, it is not bad. He actually got 16 armor breaks. That's not too shabby.
No.
Only 4 KO inflicted foes, so the dice weren't quite with them after getting the armor break. They
Well,
would
they
they
did get a pretty decent kill, though.
well, indeed, the rats have a death sustained, but that was probably due to him failing a GFI or getting fouled.
Yeah. So the dead rat is Tech Dino, a Blitzer, level 4, with Strength, Mighty Blow, and Tackle.
Let me take a look at the team. There they are, the Mafia Mamba Rats. Who got killed?
No, the Tech Dino, the Skaven Blitzer died.
Oh, the Vermin died. Ooh, that
Yeah,
sucks. That's a big hit to the
yeah.
Skaven team.
And he had a Strength upgrade as well, so
Ooh, that hurts.
yeah. Strength 4, Mighty Blow, and Tackle. That hurts.
That hurts a lot. I mean, he still has a decent killer, but one without claw and without a strength up, so
Yeah.
uh, I feel bad for Kummerstern. He still has a one turner, so not really, but losing a vermin like that is absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
So Harry too probably just got MNG'd.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did. So team's still decent, but losing one of your vermins that really sucks.
Yeah. Lucy leveled up.
Lucy, the lineman, and he got tackle.
Yeah.
Might also be about time to maybe consider firing that player. It's getting quite expensive.
Yeah.
Like 1100 k is.
For at 7337. Yeah, it's. I think I would fire him, but I
I'd
don't know.
probably maybe wait until I get one of my other linemen leveled to get kick again, because kick is a really useful skill to have on Skaven.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but as soon as I get another level, I'd probably consider dropping him.
Yeah.
Or at least when he rolls another normal on his 4th level. But what line rat gets 4 levels? Now, on to the next game. We have the Suffragettes getting an admin win over Misu.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that the Suffragettes won't mind getting some points on the board. They are now 2-1-3, so those 3 points really help.
Yeah.
But, well, a little to say. Did anything level?
No,
Well,
nothing leveled up.
I guess we just skipped the 2 teams then.
Yeah.
Misu still has a level pending. But I think
Yeah.
that was their last game already.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's move on.
Beaten Heroes versus Mustang BBC.
Ooh, that's a draw.
Yeah.
I'm always a little bit surprised when Naru manages to pull off another draw against one
Yeah,
of the.
but look at Naru's team now. Oh,
Okay, what happened to them? It doesn't look that bad. What happened to the Blitzer?
the Blitzer got a movement bust, and a lineman got agility bust, and a blocker got strength busted.
Well, the blocker already got replaced. The lineman isn't there anymore. Probably also got replaced.
Yeah.
Sure, the movement bust on the Blitzer isn't great, but it's also not terrible. So, not a great game for Nauru, but also not the end of the world.
I'm still having to replace 2 players, maybe 3.
I mean,
But
he's still sitting at 90k, so
Yeah, true.
He got a big bank, so you can deal with that.
Yeah, but it's still not fun though.
Yeah, almost never is losing players. Did we get any levels on the vampire side of things? I don't think so.
No, none of the team got any levels.
Ah, you guys are boring. Yeah, Igor, the star player, took the MVP. On the other hand, it was the block tackle lineman who was movement busted, so
Yeah.
Wonder Vamp got a lot of, actually a lot of SPP on the vampire side. 23. Damn.
Yeah. Wonder Woman can't sustain this.
23 armor breaks for the Vamps.
Yeah.
They had a fun time breaking some breads.
Wonder Ramp inflicted 5 casualties on his own.
Yeah, seven injuries inflicted. Wow. Well, how close is Wonder Vamp now to leveling again?
4 SPP.
No, that's close. That's really close.
Yeah.
I am wondering what he'll get.
Yeah. Maybe Pylon? I don't know. It seems like he's building him into some sort of killer, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Pylon on a strength 4 piece.
No, me neither. Guard maybe?
But I also have basically no clue how to build vampires properly when we are at this stage.
No, me neither.
I think there's little you can really go wrong with. Since they have so much access, you'll always find something, but what's the best? Don't ask me that question.
Maybe tackle?
A tackle sure doesn't hurt, but
He
you
only got
already
one
have a
tackle in his team,
tackle
so no.
killer vamp. Do you really need a second? Maybe guard, but that also seems a little bit weird. I'm not sure. Well, vamps are weird.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the last game, and that's 2-0 win for the Nurgle Murgle Urgle over the Nordic Nublets.
Yeah.
And Haas finally managed to grab his level after getting the MVP. Oh, 78% ball possession, 11 removals in 25 blocks, while the Norse didn't get a single removal in their favor.
Yeah.
And 15 removals overall with fouls and stuff. That was a one-sided game.
It was.
Pitch clear. Little we can say about the game itself. Let's take a look. Haas managed to get the block. Very sensible choice. Any other
Yeah.
levels?
No. No more levels.
Oh, this team is looking disgusting.
No, wait. Dumbledore leveled up.
He got block.
Yeah.
Reasonable. Reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, he could maybe consider going kick, but I mean, Nurgle isn't exactly a team that can work well with kick, so yeah, I think block is just fine.
Yeah.
He already has 2 dirty players.
True.
Let's take a look at what's left of the Norse team. Any permanent damages?
Yeah, Nigel on Derp and his next game on Weber.
Well, Derp is no longer with us.
Yeah, so he's dead.
Weber will be back next week.
Yeah.
And we now have Boric, the new lineman for the Norse team.
Mhm.
But I think this game very much went as expected.
Yeah.
It would have taken Björn Ironside to absolutely perform to do anything, but as we see, that didn't happen.
No. He got 0 SPP, so he didn't do much at all.
Yeah, he probably got removed fairly early on.
True.
But at least he didn't get any perms on his Berserkers or his Yeti. So
Yeah.
I think Bainsey still isn't too unhappy about how the game went.
No.
Now let's take a look at the leaderboard where the Nurgle are still dominating there, Vervem now having a 4 points lead over second place.
Yeah.
And then we have a very close group of people competing for the second playoff spot.
Yeah.
Do they get free? Division 3? No, I don't think so. I think they get 2. I think Division 2 gets
Um,
3 and Division 1 gets 4. But they might
yeah.
get 3. I'm not 100% sure. But so far it's looking really good for Vervem in getting to playoffs, and behind that everything is possible.
Yeah.
Like I mean, the Ogres probably won't make it to the playoff spot, but every other team still has a shot at the playoff spot.
True. But an Ogre making it to the playoff spot, that's
Yeah, that's not expected in Division
yeah, you
3.
don't see that every season.
That's not expected in any division, but.
No.
So let's take a look at the next week's schedule, where Ogres get to face Nurgle. And do we even need to talk about it?
Brutal Geometry is gonna win this one.
Yeah, I agree. And then we have Chorfs against Ogres again.
Yeah. The Shorts are gonna win this one. The
Yeah,
Stupid Shorts.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
Then we have Dwarfs against Emersons. I think that will be straightforward as well.
Wait, Dwarves is Amazons?
Buff Man with Short Legs is a Dwarf team. It's Hasa's Dwarf team.
Yeah. Sorry,
No worries.
I mixed up.
It's always good when it's not me mixing up stuff.
Yeah.
It makes me look better.
I think this is gonna be a victory for the Dwarves.
Yeah, I think you can almost always say it, that matchup will be a victory for Dwarves.
Yeah.
Bitten Heroes against the Cold One Cannibals. I'll have to go with the Bitten Heroes. Their Vamps are looking great. And as I said, I'm not a big fan of the Cold One Cannibals.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there.
Then we have Nurgle Murgle Urgle looking to play against Race's team. And this should be in favor of the Nurgle.
Yeah, but I'm actually gonna go against the odds and say that Fire Stars are gonna win this, or it's gonna be a draw.
I think they have to get really a lot of removals to make it a win for them. So
Yeah.
draw might very much be possible, but a win, I don't think so.
I don't know. It's something against the Fire Stars that makes me think that they can win this one. I don't know why.
You're weird. Believing in your own opinions and feelings. That's
Yeah.
Nordic Nooblets against the RR Mafia Mumblerets.
I'm gonna give it to the Mafia Member Rats, I think.
I'm actually going with the Nordic Nooblets here. I think they have the tools to deal with rats, and the rats they took a serious hit with losing one of their main vermins. So
Then again,
I
it's
think
still a good looking team in my opinion.
yeah, very true. But I think this is an opportunity for the Nordic Nooblets to bounce back.
But remember that one turner that Member Rats got.
Yeah, one day it will die. One day. Mustang BBC against the ASCII Reds.
Yeah. Hmm. I'm not sure here.
Me neither. Both of these teams have been performing with mixed results. Like, it could be anything. It could be a win for either side. It could also be a draw.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a draw.
I'm just gonna say it will be a win for the Mustang BBC. But could very well be the other way around.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That is it, yeah.
Another week of G-Man 3 recaps gone and
Yeah.
done. And best of luck for week 7. And
good luck,
I
everyone.
hope you enjoy yourself and see you next week.
See ya.
Goodbye.